So first I couldn't connect at all, and now I'm having trouble getting attached to my chat servers. Come on, chat. Join me. Join me, chat. I appear to be live. Looks like I'm live. Give me a second, YouTube viewers. Whatever. Let's just read some quests, shall we? Okay.
What can I do for you?
Oh, Wolfrid is a good eye. I think he'll do just fine in me camp.
Be good.
Hey, you must be that fellow Wolfrid was talking about. The one who found the ogre artifact and helped him test out those strange stones up to the north. Welcome to the dig site. I love your armor. I like how the beard just kind of flows from his helmet. That's a good look for him. We were actually working on identifying those samples right as you got here. You mind bringing the sample over to Dask? I need him to help me see how old it is.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Sure. Hey, Dask, your hair... Well, actually, that works for you totally. So I guess, yeah, I'm with it.
Can I help you?
You got something that seems mixing? Once again, it falls upon the tiny task to get the Explorers League's work done. Alright, let's see what you got here. Whatever it is you want me to do, I've got a recipe to do exactly that. You want an exploding potion? Boom! You want a lightning potion? Zap! You want a shrinking potion? Meow. So Bronwyn says you want a carbon dating potion. Easy. I can make that in my sleep. The thing is, if you want it to be accurate, I need some quality ingredients. Start with the humor from a basilisk to the north. It needs to be a pretty big basilisk.
Off and away.
Sure. What about you? You need anything?
No.
He clears his throat for several seconds. You're looking for something to do? You've come to ask me? Loligoris? This is a first. I've got it. The Vale to the north is filled with a bunch of useless, belly-scraping basilisks. They don't do nothing for no one, and I hear they turned the guy to stone once. If you kill him, I'll give you some of my stuff. I love this. This guy is a quest giver who has no idea he's a quest giver, and he's just like completely thrown by it. I love it. All right. Let's see. Where am I going? I'm going over here, actually. Right. I'm on these quests. Come, Akka. Or Akka? Akka? I don't actually know what I should call that. Okay, chat does seem to be working. That's good to know. I had no one else to test it with. I know it's a Saturday, guys, but jeez. Saturday, it is a Saturday, right? Yeah, it's a Saturday, okay. Oops. Alright, let's see if we can find... Well, we need a really big basilisk. Gluey basilisk tears? Oh, that's funny. Because the tears would naturally be viscous because they're basilisks, so... Anyways, Looks like the trolls haven't been having fun around here lately. Actually, it looks like there was some work going on here before the basilisks showed up. I hope everyone's okay. Because if they're not... Well, Slates, based on what we've learned about the Burning Legion, I'm not entirely certain the Reapers would figure out how to permanently kill demons. And Reapers can be defeated conventionally. So, I'm going to have to actually give that one to the Legion long term. Like literally, the Reapers would just annihilate swarms upon swarms of them, thousands and millions of Legion, just obliterated by the Reapers. But they'd keep coming back and back and back and back until finally they actually cracked the hull of one of the Reapers, and then corrupted it with Fel, and then God knows what would happen next. So, that's my take on it. Really, Nicholas? I just went live just now? Wow. That is pretty surprising. I didn't know that I went live like, looks like about 8 minutes ago. Hey, Salty. Hey, King Bubble. And hey, Kovac. I even confirmed I went live. I know, weird, right? Ah, crap, I'm petrified! I don't think a demon could be indoctrinated, but I'm also not sure a Reaper could be Fel infused. Both of those are interesting questions. Strange, interesting questions. Let's see, so I got this humor, which is oily, volatile, and very smelly. What, I still need to kill one? Seriously? And a short sentence. Okay, so how... Let me call upon my powers of shortcutting. I call upon the power of YouTube to summarize. It's good. There's your summarization. As weird as it sounds, it didn't clarify as many things as I was hoping for, and it didn't change as many things as I thought it would. And the biggest change of all, well, there's two biggest changes, but one of the biggest changes of all we already knew about. It was just confirmed. So, hi, Jay. I was actually thinking about doing, like, I was literally, as I was falling asleep last night, I was thinking in my head of a format to try and do, like, a summarized version of my ruminations. But the problem is, no matter what I came up with, it just wasn't working. There's no way to ruminate in summary. It doesn't work like that. Now, I could do like a review in summary. That's easy. That could take me, I could make a 5-minute review kind of a format. That's not what I do. Nobody asks me to review games. And I could do like brief thoughts about a game. But that again is going to be like, well, this game was good. Like here's like a 5-minute review of WoW. So, while it's got some issues over the years, it's definitely still enjoyable to play. I love leveling. The end game is a little bit lackluster at the moment. I'm looking forward to Legion, the end. And there you go. There's your brief synopsis. You know, I don't think that's really worth anyone's time. And so I decided not to do that. I confess my inability to do anything. I don't know if I'd call it WoW for Dummies, but it... And then again, I haven't read a Dummies book since 1999. But, sure. We'll go with yes.
What's on your mind?
Him! Right. Well done, and congratulations on the killing them. I mean, here you go.
See you soon.
I love that quest.
Need assistance?
You got the task, I got the flask. Alright, step 1, ingredients is all done. Time for the next step. More ingredients!
Hi there.
This humor won't serve on its own, it's too thick. Way too thick. The Nagas to our west maintain a shrine that dispenses the only clean water this side of Duskwood. For most potions, why, yawn. But Bronwyn demands accuracy. Obtain it from the well. Good luck.
You have a great day now.
Hey, what? What do you want?
Interest ya in a pint?
Wow, you're just... okay. Weather has been all over the place. Literally going from 50s to 70s to 50s, and then back again. Hi, I'm the town merchant. Bronwyn's my dad. Sorry, I shouldn't get too excited. Thor says it's not too professional. Anyhow, thanks for coming to see me and ask. People always are asking me for heavy leather, rough hides, but I think they might also like it if I had some softer materials, like tiger fur. Think you could get some for me? You'll find a few panthers nearby, but if you see the big tigers, oh, that's the good stuff.
See you soon.
Also, the Naga explorers to our west carry a valuable ocean reed, Akiris reeds. Traders use them to make medicines and poultices, and craftsmen use them to line armor or wrap cigars. In the evening, when the digging's done, me father has been teaching me to use them. Unfortunately, we ran out. Would you mind getting me some more?
Safe travels.
Father says responsible merchants always keep an eye on the good deals. I've been trying to look for deals everywhere, and I think I found one. The Naga to the west have dozens of statues they place on the ground. They couldn't possibly need all of them, so I was thinking we should take them. Free statues! That's a good deal, right?
Watch your back.
Yes, that's definitely a good deal. Morning, Deutsch. I use my incredible brain power to decide on an accent, and then I have no idea, Jay. I just pick what I hear in my head when I see the text for that race. I guess that's probably the best way to answer that. I blame you, Deutsch, for living in a state that isn't stupid. Probably Bitmonk. In fact, yeah, I'm almost positive that the Elune thing will be in Legion. Since it's already in Legion. I know what you're thinking. What? Well, it isn't revealed in Legion. But since we're freely talking about Legion now, we are, where the hell? One of the other big points of evidence that Elune is the new Titan, keeping in mind the fact that we have dozens of pieces of evidence for that, is the fact that there are these pillars of creation we're trying to find in Legion. It's pretty much the primary plot of the questing. Each zone, its entire story arc, revolves around finding one of these pillars. I mean, there's other stuff we're doing there too, but that's the main goal of what we're after in the overall campaign. Find the pillars of creation to shut down the Legion portal. Each pillar of creation is named after a Titan. One of them is named the Tears of Elune. So, yeah. You and your weird emotes, Deutsch. What am I going to do with you, man? I was actually looking into some transmogs for this character, and then I realized, you know what? No, I think Deutsch is perfectly happy with this outfit. And then Deutsch confirms or denies this statement. Now we wait patiently for Deutsch to confirm or deny this statement. Truly, this is the tensest moment in the entire Lorerun. Hey, Mind Blast. I timed it just for you. And definitely didn't start early because I woke up at 7. Yeah, I may actually have to lie down a bit. Titans on my power scale? Actually, it's funny you say that. Because I was thinking about that the other night. I do have to adjust the Imperium slightly to match the new info from the Chronicles book. Only slightly, though, believe it or not. So I've always had my own answer for who Elune is. It's actually a new character that I have developed. Who was Elune? Basically, someone who was deliberately posing as Elune in order to guide the planet in a certain direction, was what my answer to that question always was. I'm going to have to change a few things like that, but, you know, whatever. But overall, I actually don't think the Titans are that strong. And I know that sounds weird because they're planets, but hear me out, okay? For those of you who haven't heard me talk about this, there's a difference between a warrior and a destroyer. These are my own terms that I've used for classifying these two categories. A destroyer is someone who could destroy massive swaths, armies, and buildings and cities, you know, that kind of a thing. But if they're fighting another individual character, you know, someone who is very good in combat, they're actually likely to lose because they're not designed around fighting a guy. They're designed around fighting a building. You follow? Similarly, a warrior is the exact opposite. A warrior is someone who could take on a guy very, very easily, and yet would have huge troubles fighting an army. You with me? To use an example what I mean, if you've seen X-Men 2 or read any of the comics, you may be aware of the character Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler is definitely a fighter. Especially when he actually tries, he is incredible in one-on-one combat with someone else. But if you put him up against an army, he's going to be a lot less useful. And if you tell him to go destroy like a building or a pyramid, he's useless. Yeah, actually, that's a good comparison. Gul'dan is definitely a destroyer. Varian is definitely a fighter. So, the Titans are very, very clearly destroyers. Ignoring the fact that the only thing Sargeras thought he could do with that planet was cleave it in half. Ignoring the fact that the one time the Titans intervened with the fight in against the old gods here on Azeroth, they ended up causing such excess devastation that they had to immediately pull back and be like, we're sorry. Yeah, no, Titans are very, very clearly destroyer types. Now, a destroyer type is always going to be ranked a little bit lower by the scaling system I use than a fighter type because of the unique specialization of their skills. In other words, a Type 2 fighter, a Type 2 warrior, or a Rank 2 warrior, is always going to beat a Rank 2 destroyer in a one-on-one fight. Because, duh. You with me? Now that I've explained all of that, I would go ahead and say the Titans are about a 3 on the scale. Pretty damn high, overall. No, I'm sorry, I'm saying that wrong. Sargeras is a 3. The other Titans were closer to a 2, since they lacked any of the combat experience and any of the fell energy that Sargeras himself is wielding. That's not a bad example, Deutsch. I think a better example, though, would be it's a difference between a sniper rifle and a rocket launcher. Or a grenade launcher, or something like that. But yeah, it is very much a difference in spec. And it's something that's true across, in reality, and in fiction. That's one of the reasons I've had that distinction for so many years. Whoop, whoop, I heard that. Hey, Sergeant Nika. Hey, it's the best mount ever. Well, very, very few things go above 3. Very few. I could probably count on 2 hands everything that's a 3 and above. Which is kind of the point of the scale, really.
Hi, how are you?
Do you know how hard it is to get fresh water in Stranglethorn? It's no wonder the Naga guard the shrine so ferociously. Alright, let's get this mix started.
Be seeing you.
We just mix these two together. Boo, boo, boo. Give a little swerve. Boo, 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 boo. Alchemy, alchemy, alchemy. And we put the potion on the sample. There we go. The substance that you have brought me is approximately 150,000 years old. I'm going to need to run another test. Years ago, the Gurabashi exiled one of their own from Zul'Gurub, a troll by the name of Zanzil. The reasons aren't that clear. No, they're totally clear. We know exactly why they banished him. But I'd guess it has to do something with his tendency to administer powerful behavior-altering drugs to everyone he saw. Anyhow, the Gurabashi priests and their blood god have been slain, but Zanzil remains. And so do his powerful, mind-altering drugs. Woo! Go get some mixture for my test. I'll need. You can check the zombies to the north.
Alrighty then.
Sure.
Talk to me.
Oh, welcome back. Oh, hooray! It's been days and days since we last had Akira's leads.
Safe travels.
Oh, let's see them. Oh, these statues are beautiful. I had no idea the Naga were so talented. Thanks, Deutsch.
See you soon.
You know, there's a troll hiding behind that pile of boxes. She must be awfully sad if she doesn't want to come out and talk to anyone. Here, give these to her. They're soft. Maybe they'll make her feel a little bit more comfortable back there.
Watch your back.
Depends on when you're asking, King Bubble.
Talk to me.
Care to explain yourself, Hunter? Do you have my things? But you can tell your young dwarven friend I'm not sad. I'm waiting for you. I've identified you as the most promising dwarf here in the stranger to town, and I got a task for you, if you'd be willing to take it. Zanzul, the outcast, is an exile from the Gurabashi tribe, and he is my quarry. Recently I heard tales that my brothers in the north had planned re-entry into his society, starting with the emissary he sent to the Skull Splitters. This is not good news. I want you to peer into Zanzul's current plans. Take this incense, place it at the front of the bat totem in the ruins of Jubawai. Erik will guide you from there.
Okay.
Also, eggplants are totally gross, man. I lose my troll accent every now and again. I have to get into the swing of it to really do troll accent. It's kind of difficult for me. Also, I'm so sorry, Mind Blast. Having to do Outland quests is one of the worst things. The only thing worst is vanilla quests. You know, it's funny, we literally were talking about that yesterday, Agamemnon. It boils down to this. The trolls... You're thinking of it in the wrong direction, Agamemnon. Think of it like this. A small group of disparate trolls who aren't coordinated, aren't connected, and aren't organized with each other are still holding off most of the other people in the region. Much greater and stronger powers, too. Also, the reason the trolls don't have this big, massive empire anymore basically boils down to, how do I put this? So the trolls have been losing steadily for about 15 millennia. I'm serious. It has taken 15,000 years, and it's taken all the events of the Night Elves, and the Karaji, and the Shundering, and the internecine fights amongst themselves, and then the humans, and then the High Elves, and then the actual Troll Wars, and even then the Empire still wasn't actually coordinated, or defeated, I should say, and then it took the invasion of the Demonic Horde, then it took the invasion of the Scourge and the Burning Legion, and finally, after all of that, it still took BC, Wrath, Cataclysm, and Pandaria, and the interactions of the player characters to finally bring the Troll Empire down. So, yeah. Yeah, yeah. End communication. I have no idea, King Bubble. Really. They basically are Agamemnon. That is true. Most of that's due to knowledge, because they've been around since forever. And as Psychotic points out, they view death as just another thing to conquer. So, they have no problem whatsoever keeping going on after they've died. There are several trolls that have literally, this is not an exaggeration, view death as a mild irritant. We've actually already seen a few examples of that already. And, well, we're about to see another example in about 20 seconds here. Because, see that? That's Zanzil. And that's Jindo, who's dead. Jindo the Hexa, it's been a while since I seen that mask. What brings you to my part of Stranglethorn? I'm not accustomed to taking visitors from the esteemed Zul'Gurub. You know well why I'm here, Zanza. The Gurabashi have fallen on hard times. I leave, Mandakir's return, but the rest are gone. Ah, what a shame, but not a concern for an old exile like Zanzil. Well, Zanza, I'd like to make it your concern. I've recovered the bodies of Jeklik, the High Priestess Jeklik, and the High Priest Venoxus. I remember what you can do with those elixirs of yours. Can you help out an old friend? Fant, you are amongst those who spit and throw stones, Jindo. But let's be bygones, eh? Your bat and your snake need Zanzo's help. Very well. I see you inside Zul'Gurub, old friend. Agamemnon, the Troll Empire dwarfed the Mogo Empire. I mean, in like every measurable way, with the sole exception of the fact that Lei Shen himself had the soul of Aman'Thul and his knowledge and power in him. That's like the only thing that made the Mogu Empire overall superior to the Troll Empire. Yeah, dwarfed. Do I need to bring up that picture again? That I keep taking down and then you keep asking me, well, that's not the picture. Boop, 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 doop, doop, boop. It's always relevant. I always keep that picture up. It has yet to not be significant. Give me a moment. You can make me do this again. Alright, so you see this, Agamemnon? You see that blue and that green and that other green? Yeah, all of that. That's the... Oh, and the orange here. That's the Troll Empire. Down here, basically reaching up to the Thundering Mountain, this is the Mogu Empire. Also, I'm glad you're happy, Deutsch.
Pleased to meet you.
Excellent. You're not a zombie yet. That's good. Oh, nothing. It's just that was a potential risk. Did I forget to warn you? This mixture is perfect! Let's see what it does to your potentially Titan artifact here.
Be seeing you.
Alright. Tartan artifacts are largely inert. Something like Zanzel's mixture should have no effect whatsoever. Well, that was unexpected. Nah, those people will never amount to anything, Schmeidel. Hey, Myron.
Hey.
Results inconclusive. I did all I could, Deutsch. I had the right potions, I had the right recipes, but the source of this sample eludes me. It's tens of thousands of years old, but we've shown it's not of Titan origin, and it's not Serenite. I can tell you that just by looking at it. So what in Braun's name is it? Tell Braun when I tried my best. Sorry.
Alrighty then.
You see that explosion I made? I must have flown 10 inches off the ground. I've just got to get more of Zanzel's recipe so I can find out why it did that. One of Zanzel's flunkies must have it on him. Head east and snatch it for me.
You have a great day now.
Well, it keeps being relevant, Jay. People keep asking about it.
How are you?
I saw smoke. Is everything all right? Ah, I knew that alchemist was all talk. Well, thanks for your help. At least you tried. I have no idea what this artifact is. It's old. Older than dirt, but it's not Titan. I'm dumbstruck. You should go take it to Booty Bay.
Safe travel.
Yeah, I'll do that in a minute. First, I gotta talk to my troll friend. How you doing, man?
How you doing, man?
That's what I asked you. It's as I suspected. Zanza's too haughty to interfere in the squabbles, and the blood scalps and the skull splitters. No, he's playing a part in a grander scheme. Jindo the Hexa is using him to bring Hakar back to Zul'Gurub. It's good we found out about this now, because it offers us a simple solution. We're going to kill Zanza. You rode on Hirek's wings and saw to Hirek's eyes. You know where Zanza hides in the ruins of Aboraz. Travel there and kill him. Oh, and Dwarf, if we can become separated, you should use this fetish. It only works in Stranglethorn, but it'll transport you to me should you need to return swiftly.
You be careful, man.
I wouldn't mind running that, King Bubble. I mean, no, that's totally what I mean. Now, King Bubble is correct. Size does not always mean power, but seriously, the Troll Empire dwarfed the Mogu Empire in terms of power. The only time that was not true was because when Lei Shen himself had the whole thing going on. Now, I know that's kind of a big thing, but it is worthy of note. It is worth noting that the only empire, the only other organization that Lei Shen ever treated with as equals... Well, that's not true, I guess. There's two organizations he treated with as equals. The Trolls and the Tolvir. The Tolvir was just because of racial prejudice, though. It be killing time, man. We be killing all these fools. We be crushing them like a bug. You appear to be too late. Zanzel has left Aboras. Looks like Zanzel's portal into Zul'Gurub is still open. Zul'Gurub is a dangerous place, but my wiki entrusted this task to you. The portal lies in front of you. And you've also already been into Zul'Gurub to try and save your precious raptor, who is now at your side. God, I have completely lost my troll accent. I don't know what the hell. I guess I just haven't been practicing it enough. That's the problem. What the hell's... Look in the upper left, Ziwan. Inside a bottle you find a note, which reads in good handwriting, "Please, to anyone who can aid me, please, my need for help is dire. A great beast named King Kong holds me captive on an island in the South Seas. The stars at night are foreign to me and obscured by jungle trees, but on the clearest days I see the shoreline to the northwest, and what appears to be large sailing ships. I beg of you, please help me." Just whisper the link to a mod, or me, and they will link it. It looks like Zanza's portal! One moment, please. I have no idea, Myron. Hang on. That's the Kvatch episode. It's playing just fine for me.
It has been a productive few days, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's working just fine for me, Myron, so I don't know. And thank you for the donation. With the... I was asked to link this. I have no idea why, but... Yeah. Go ahead and do that really quick. There's a fake out about Illyrian Legion, but it's a fake out. Why is Illidan being a demon a spoiler? We already knew that. Like, we've known it since Warcraft 3. Also, the Titan Souls being in the Watchers was in, you know, the book. Anyways, now that I'm completely turned off, brain gone. Troll accent. Hang on, let me just get Vol'jin's voice in my mind. It looks like Zanza's portal into Zul'Gurub is still open. Zul'Gurub is a dangerous place, but Milwaukee entrusted this task to you. You've arrived within Zul'Gurub, the ruined capital of the once mighty Gurubashi Empire. Ahead of you looms a ramp up to one of the many terraces. The bat-shaped totems ahead of you indicate this is the domain of the High Priestess Jeklik, a follower of Hirik. Jeklik was one of Hakar-worshipping priestesses that Zanza was planning to resurrect. And maybe if you hurry, you can stop the resurrection. We're not sure, Nicholas. We don't know if a Titan was in Loken, or if it was, which one it would be. Yeah, I got a spoiler for Legion. The changes they're doing to, like, every class are freaking awesome. What you doing here? Oh, no matter. I'm gonna resurrect Jeklik before you get a chance to interfere. I've had enough of these. Time to take a break. Zanzil's back! Yeah, I do like the fact that this kind of showcases the fact that it's not the easiest thing in the world to resurrect someone. Even for trolls. Doh. Jindo's not going to be happy by this. Time to get out of here. You have succeeded in preventing Zanzil from resurrecting the High Priestess Jeklik. Without one of his priests, Jindo will have a difficult time summoning Hakar. Zanzil the Outcast has once again escaped. Follow him and take a selfie. Oh, Ding and a Zul'Gurub. You find yourself deeper within the Zul'Gurub. The snake statues indicate you have reached the terrace of the High Priestess Venoxis, follower of Hethys, the Snake Lord. Venoxis was the second of the two priests Zanza was planning to bring back from the dead. You've already succeeded in destroying the body of Jeklik. Venoxis must be next. You got back for more, huh? Too bad, because I've got a stronger potion mixed up this time. Venoxis will leave. So, fun little factoid here. The, Zanzil doesn't actually practice traditional necromancy. He kind of does. But not in the sense that, you know, you'd normally think. Most of the things that he brings back from the dead, he actually does so in form of Type 1 undead. It's very rare and very difficult for him, in terms of just sheer alchemy, to go ahead and resurrect a body back into its own life. Zanzil, finish with Venoxis and then we'll talk about your failures. Hakar grows impatient, and so do I. You may have slain Jeklik, but you'll not be leaving Zul'Gurub alive. Prepare to die. What are you doing down there? Quick, grab the ladder. That troll doesn't look too friendly. In case you missed it, there was a plane that came down, and we caught the ladder and got the hell out of Dodge. Morning, Ezra.
How are you?
I ask you to slay Zanza the Outcast, a lowly hermetic exile of the Gurabashi. And what do? You dash headfirst into the Gurabashi capital and eliminate one of their high priests. Very nearly two. Only one word suffices to explain such rash and foolhardy endeavor. Heroism. Jindo the Hexer still walks within the Zul'Gurub walls, but he lost one of his legs when you crushed Jeklik. Today's battle be ours.
Bye-bye now.
What, Jay? The Awakening? I don't know what you mean by the Awakening, first of all. How do I compensate for places where magic's been established in history for millennia? I don't know. What do you mean? I'm so confused. No, we're not doing Zul'Gurub now. We're going to do it after the 4.1 quest, which you actually can't do till 85.
My, you're a tall one.
So that's where it actually fits pretty well. You use the Shimmerweed? It has to be Shimmerweed. No, wait, Amber Seeds! It's got to be Amber Seeds. This is fascinating. Just think of all the applications. This is a potion that creates type 1 undead out of corpses, I would remind you. Oh, and living people. Thanks again, Deutsch. Remember, if you need anything mixed for you, and I mean anything, you can always ask the Flask!
Be seeing you.
Well, you know how Zubat's like my favorite ever, so it just kind of happened naturally. And you hang around Zubat for too long. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to be following my, riding my demonic hound here for a bit. You know, we are really casual about using Old God and demonic things as player characters. You ever notice that? I mean, we can literally loot the Skull of Gul'dan, for God's sakes. Just think about that for a moment. I've always felt Zanzil interesting, but I unfortunately didn't really have much else to talk about him. It's just, I like Zanzil because he's an example of how technology and magic kind of intertwine in this setting. He accomplishes through technology what others accomplish through magic. By simple, proper alchemical application, he can literally raise the dead. Now, he raises them as, type 1 undead, so it's basically just a golem, but still, that's not really a small feat. It also kind of emphasizes how brilliant Zanza was. It also really, really says something about how horrifying the other trolls found that. Because trolls, Gurabashi trolls no less, banished him for that. Think for just a moment what kind of act you have to do to get banished from a troll empire, or a troll kingdom, or whatever. Think about that for a moment. Hey, Jengies. Yes, that was a shark head going into Booty Bay. So, Booty Bay, if you remember, kind of got hit bad by the Cataclysm. So, there's a ship up there now in the thing. And you can't quite see it, but the statue and reef out there was basically wiped out completely. And, yeah. This whole place got hit pretty hard. Hey, Bjorn. I actually like the ideas of one. Partially because, to be completely honest, I've never really thought of the old gods as that impressive. So, seeing that they literally are just bullets makes a lot of sense to me. Right, Alliance is over here. I was going to the Horde Windmaster, which is over there. For the Horde and stuff. Anyways, what the hell? Okay. Oh yeah, the Membrane of Cthulhu. Blah. Of course, we could literally loot the Twilight's Hammer, too. Not the organization. The Twilight's Hammer. The actual... Here, I can show you it. Oh no, maybe I can't. It won't let me see raids yet. Oh, maybe. Cataclysm, raids. Aha! Bastion. Cho'Gall. Heroic. Loot. There it is, look. We can literally loot the Twilight's Hammer. I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't want to wield the Twilight's Hammer. Damn it. Ah, there we go. Go! Made it. Yeah. Here we go. So just to show one example of how this place was devastated by the Cataclysm. This is actually just above the bank, which I found hilarious. And naturally they have tons of bruisers guarding the massive treasure piles in the bank, because, I mean, duh, right? But this is just a nice touch that they did. I like this. You... I don't even know how to answer your question, Deutsch. I'm sorry, buddy. You can go ahead and loot the Twilight's Hammer if you really want to. Guys, we need to kill Deutsch the moment he loots that. Okay, there's quests all over the place here. I gotta figure out where they all are. I always have a problem finding my way around Booty Bay, if I'm being honest. Yeah, no kidding, Isla's. Hey, Fruit Juice. I'm glad you're enjoying the videos.
Greetings.
Yes, Dwarf? I'm quite busy drinking. On the table. What? Yeah, in Legion, priests are getting the claw of an old god as a weapon. That's their artifact weapon. Fascinating. He'll need some time to study this. Why don't you have a look around and come back later?
Right.
Sure. I've always liked the idea of Booty Bay, though.
You need something?
If there's one thing I can't stand, it's people who don't pay their gambling debts. There's a lot of people who owe me. Think you can collect? First, there's Shaky Felipe down by the docks. He owes me plenty after the last lease game, and I want my due! But to get it, we'll have to scare him. Go out of town and hunt Elder Mistvale gorillas. Give me a nice selection of their giblets, then take it to him. Don't tell him they're from an animal. Just let him think the worst.
Be careful.
It's okay, Deutsch. Nothing bad happened to the last wielder of that weapon. Stranglethorn Veal. Technically, Cape of Stranglethorn Fever. Where is my bear? I think he got lost. He's probably waiting outside town at this point. Oh, that's actually easy, Jay. All I have to do is ensure either a proper timeline placement or acknowledge that other writers have no concept of time and adjust their timelines accordingly. For example, in lore, Warcraft occurs over billions of years. Seriously. In the Imperium, it occurs over a much smaller period of time. I have looked at a few of the artifacts, but basically no. I have been trying not to spoil the actual quests for myself, because I actually plan on doing all of them. You know, myself. There's a reason I've been pushing all my characters to 100 lately. I took the wrong route. So... I mean, I know that there's, like, a shield thing, there's a weapon thing, there's the size of a loon, but I haven't actually gone out of my way to look up all the lore details of every quest, because at that point I might as well just not be doing the quest myself.
Light be with you.
Yeah, sure, we'll take
Go
the
with
list.
honor, friend. Light bless you.
Wait, does he just offer me a teleport to Western Plague
What can I
Lands?
do for you?
He totally did.
Be careful.
Wow. Okay, whatever. Fella Malone. Fella Malone. Fella Malone. Philomenana. Philomenasha. Philomenasha. I hope at least someone gets that. In general, neither. I actually do adhere to the idea that both are actually equal. It's one of the things I like about Warcraft. They're equal in Warcraft. That is how it's pronounced, by the way. Fella Malone. You gotta say it right, just like Kael'thas does. Fella Malone. Let's go do the King Kong quest really quick. Used to be getting this quest was a little rougher. This quest actually hasn't changed since vanilla, but I mean, yeah, it's the King Kong quest. We got to do it. Thing underneath my bottom spell bar. I'm assuming you mean the numbers thing. In which case, that's our current donation incentive. So, it's for which outfit we wear on our mains when we get to them. I mean, you could spoil if you want, Bitmonk, but I'm just trying not to read up on all of them because of obvious reasons. I mean, if I do that, I have no reason to play through it, you know? As a writer, which do I like more? Why do I have to pick one? Once again, both equal. The type of magic I tend to prefer is the magic that is linear and understand it. Magic that follows its own rules, aka another form of technology. Hey look, it's Princess Booba.
Well met.
Have you come to free me? These vicious jungle cats have been circling me for some time now. I watch them as closely as I can, but they seem to just disappear into the grass. How do they harl? It says, don't get me wrong, I still want you to rescue me, but could you kill some of these cats first?
Walk with the Earth Mother.
Because you guys voted for it, Captain Jobby. Oh yeah, let's, alright, I don't have it yet, so whatever. I do not, Zoan. Let's see, I know about the Scythe of Elune, I know about Philomilorn! I know about, I don't remember the name of it, but the weapon you get from the frickin' Lich King. I need to have a word with Google, apparently. Yeah, so honestly, of all the spoilers I've seen in Legion, the only one that really shocked me a bit was the one about Bolvar. It's the only one that really made me go, huh. The fact that he's active, I'm not sure what to make of that. I always was under the assumption that Bolvar basically went into a sort of stasis, you know. It's like, alright, I'm going to be the jailer of the damned, and I'm going to just sit here forever, making sure that the Scourge have their freedom, yada yada yada. So that all the undead in the world don't devolve into the mindless Scourge. But no, Bolvar's actually active and functional. And functioning as the third Lich King. And he basically is working with the renewed Knights of the Ebon Blade, which I'm really not sure what I think of that. Bender is great. Oh, Bender is great. Oh, sorry.
What brings you here?
It's about time you returned. I was beginning to worry I was going to be eaten while you were hunted. A cat eating a princess. Wouldn't that be a fancy feast? I understand you're anxious to rescue me, but the time is not yet right. First, I need my stuff. I need Her Royal Highness's matched luggage. The gorillas and the monkeys on the other side of the island have taken my possessions. I need my tiara, my scepter, my slippers, and my diary. What? Stop looking at me like I'm some sort of insane person. You don't know what it's like being a princess.
Farewell.
You're a Tauren. Taurens don't have princesses. Yeah, I haven't seen any of the warrior stuff at all. I have gone way out of my way to avoid the warrior stuff. Like, I've seen a few things about a few of them, but yeah, not warrior stuff. I've been completely ignoring warrior stuff. I know for a fact he will be, yes, Agamemnon, since he actually talks about how he wants to use the player character, the Death Knight, as a instrument of his revenge against the Legion. Actually, she's a princess of this island. Jaguero Isle, or Jaguero Isle, or Jaguero... I have no idea how to pronounce this stupid isle. But this island. Also, getting the pet from this island sucks. It only ever shows up when it's raining on this island. Yeah, it's true. The Fire Mage also interacts with him, sort of. Basically, the third Lich King tells the Fire Mage, you can go ahead and try and take the weapon you're here after if you want. But if you die, I'm raising you up as Scourge. Which is another thing that made me kind of go... No, it's fine, Zoan. I also didn't know about Varian. I'm not even sure where that's coming from. Yes, there is, Jay. And it can and does change a few things. Not many, just a few. And it starts raining. See those baby apes? Those are what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure I have them. I'm going to double check. I can't believe... Yeah, I do have one. I cannot believe it started raining while I'm here and just after I talked about that. Do you know how long I just sat here on this island? Just left WoW up while I was doing other things. For hours, waiting for it to rain.
You wish to speak?
I shudder to think what Mukla plans to do with me. Well, you're not big enough for him, so... Deutsch, I put my faith in you to help free me. The great Skymane King Muckla is my captor. He commands the beasts of this isle, and they keep me here against my will with the aid of this chain. If you could slay him and find the key, I'll be gratefully indebted to you. Okay.
We shall meet again.
Hang on. Not tradable. Not tradable. So how does he die, Zawon? Because, yeah, I haven't seen anything about that. I've seen stuff about him going missing after the events of the Broken Shore, but nothing about him dying. I think he is Charlord? Also, I have officially decided screw Hearthstone forever. So, on Hearthstone. If I wanted to just randomly fight other people with no fun or variance to it, I'd go play MTG. You know?
Ah, I've been expecting you.
Upper left, Athera. I think my ancestors, someone has come to aid me. Do you have the key that will free me? Ah, you've saved me from a great dishonor. If it was within my power, I would offer you a place within my tribe, the Grim Totem. I will instead offer you this, as a token for the courage and nobility you've shown.
May the eternal sun shine upon thee.
What is it about hate about Hearthstone? They're getting rid of solo adventures, and they're not making any new ones. That was the only thing that was keeping me interested in that game, and it's gone. So... it is officially not something I am interested in. And probably never will be again. Ah, rain and the water. Oh, the rain! Oh, well. Because they're stupid, Agamemnon. No, I'm pretty serious. I've heard their excuse for why they're doing it, and it's wrong, and they're wrong, so it's stupid. And there's the answer. That's, yeah, that's all there is to it. I am very curious how Greymane is taking over, considering he has the least possible claim to leadership over the Alliance. Literally, the least. The only person who could technically have a less claim over it is not a part of the Alliance anymore. I can't even think of her name, the Pandaran woman from the Wandering Isle, who left the Alliance, along with the Pandaran gentleman who left the Horde. So... yeah, least possible claim on the situation. That makes no sense. I could see him thinking he should be in charge because he's an arrogant prick. But I can't see anyone else thinking that. Especially since the Council of the Three Hammers is actually united right now. So the Council is actually, as an aggregate body, is probably the actual best choice to take over at this point. Hell, even Tyrande has a better claim on being in charge than anyone else. Although I can tell you exactly why Greymane took over. That's not what I heard, Zawon. I heard the exact opposite of that. Bingo. Bingo, Bjorn. I would bet money that because people complained about lack of Worgen lore, valid, by the way,
How you doing, man?
that
Seeing ya.
that they are they gonna steal my kill? They're gonna steal my kill, aren't they? Yeah, they're stealing my kill. Anywho, Yeah. Steal someone else's kill. I got a deadline here. Screw off. Anyways, how was I saying? But yeah, the lack of Worgen lore is why they put Greymane up. Whoa, sudden sunlight. Look at that. Oh god, sunlight. Ah, go away, sun. Nobody likes you. I'm going off of what other people have told me are happening. I am not actually in the alpha, which is really weird. Not in the beta yet, either. It is interesting that they've already changed a few story things from the alpha. I have to admit, Tyrion dying to some random demon mook didn't really set well with me. I mean, it's frickin' Tyrion. The, let's see, third, debatably, best paladin, like, ever. Not counting the player character. Probably the second most well-known paladin ever. Whoop, whoop, whoop. This way. Hey, Shaky.
You need something?
I don't like that look you give me, mister. Where'd you get these? You know what? No, I don't want to know. Who sent you? Seawolf? Here, take this pouch and give it to him. And I meant to pay him back, I swear. I just got a little drunk. You know how things are. He'll understand. You don't have to get rough.
Have a good one.
Hey there.
I used to sail a ship from here all the way to Ratchet. In Kalimdor, I was a successful captain with a sterling reputation. Until those cursed sea giants ruined me. They smashed my ship, they killed my crew, they sent me on a lifeboat to Booty Bay. I will not rest until their corpses pepper the ocean floor. One of them stole me captain's chest. I hear he wanders the coast east of here. Go kill him! Get me back my chest.
See you later.
Ignore the level 96.
Hey there.
I've been sent to send people to Booty Bay.
See you around.
Yeah, no. Yes, Mind Blast. Although I would prefer you not talk about the warrior artifact stuff.
Talk to me!
I don't think we know anything additional about Alati, regardless of Legion. Because, yeah, he was just the first successful Guardian of Tearsfall. Tears...
Hurry back!
Whatever. Tearsfall. I'm just going to start calling it that. So, yeah, here. You're fine. Stupid goblin. See you around, Charlord. Pretty much, Bjorn. At least, assumably. So, you sure seem eager for work, matey. Not sure why some land-loving dwarf is offering to help out the Blackwater Raiders, but I'm not going to turn you away. We've made Booty Bay our happy home away from the high seas, but word has it that the Bloodsail made some new plan all cooked up. Oh, me boys are too busy hitting the grog and looking for ladies. What I need is a scout. Check the cove just north of here, see what you find. Who'da thunk it, huh, Deutsch? Screw playable Murlocs. Give us our Naga and Ogres. We've been asking for both since vanilla. Come on. Actually, Deutsch's gun isn't all that big. It's pretty much just a rifle with a sniper scope. It's cool looking, though. Don't get me wrong. Alright, let's see what we got here. Top of the barrel, you discover a map with some hastily written text and some coin. Ding! The map shows Booty Bay with a red X, drawn precisely at the spot you're standing. The scribbled text reads, set up your command post here and bide your time. Fleetmaster will send out word when it's time to make your move. I'm placing Lieutenant Bruce in charge here. This time will be different. This time we take Booty Bay once and for all! Someone mentioned it to me. So, as with you, I'm going with third-person resources here. I never actually confirmed anything myself personally regarding whether or not they were getting rid of solo adventures. Or whether or not they were getting rid of Noxoramas or anything. So I'm just going off of what people tell me. So, this is the beginning of the Bloodsail Buccaneers plot. Now, the Bloodsail Buccaneers, well, they're pretty much like the South Sea, but less powerful, less influential, and more pathetic. So, they're terrible, is what I'm trying to say. But they've been trying to take Booty Bay from the Blackwaters for years. Now, the Blackwater brigands or bandits or whatever the hell they call them, the Blackwater guys, they're actually a subservient force to the Steamweedle Cartel. They basically were a pirate band that the Steamweedle Cartel said, look, we'll tolerate your existence as long as you work for us. If you don't, we'll kill you. And the Blackwaters decided to take that offer, for some strange reason. Can't possibly imagine why. So, the Bloodsails kind of wanted that deal for themselves, but if you've been paying attention throughout this entire lore run, the Steamweedle are basically the closest thing we have to actual good goblins. They're pretty well measured, they're pretty decent, they are actually neutral in the actual political conflict between the two sides, and they overall like to deal with things relatively fairly, and they really don't like to just completely destroy the areas they take over. Cough, cough, venture company. So, the Bloodsail, who again are bloodthirsty bandits, were basically told to screw off. They weren't going to be allowed to be a part of the cartel. So the Bloodsail decided, fine, we'll take your stupid city and hold it for ourselves. And they have been trying to do so for, at this point, about 5 years, off and on. They have failed, at this point, for about 5 years, off and on. I think it's time we finally get rid of this stupid Bloodsail thing, shall we? But first, let's give him his money.
Can I help you?
There you go.
For the Alliance.
I don't care about doing the rest of those quests. There's no lore there to talk about. Other than the fact that that guy wants you to go collect debts from people. And, well... he actually sends you to collect debts from people who are even dead. It's... yeah.
Time is money, friend!
Yeah, I remember you. Back from scouting, I see. Shiver me timbers! Don't say that. So the Bloodsail are planning some sort of attack? Oh, the nerve of those scoundrels. Booty Bay will always be run by the Blackwater. It's bigger than I thought. What will you learn to the Baron Revelgaz?
Keep it real!
I do not, Komodo. And I never will. Although, in fairness, one of the big things that prevented me from doing that was the Chandrilar rep, which is no longer a requirement. The idea of doing those Chandrilar quests for eons just made me want to gouge my eyes out. Whip this way. So, quick note. This is Baron Revelgaz. Very, very few goblins have the right to call themselves Baron. You have to be a pretty influential, powerful individual to be Baron. In fact, off the top of my head, I can only really think of 6, I want to say, barons in the Goblin Society overall. Even Blackfuse didn't call himself Baron, and he technically had more sway than most barons do.
Well met, traveler. There's opportunity to be had here if you're clever enough.
He's even got a unique voice. Bloodsail Buccaneers attacking Booty... I can't do that voice. I'll do a Yoda voice.
Bloodsail Buccaneers attacking Booty Bay? Oh, this isn't the first time those blackguards have tried something.
Booty Bay is impenetrable. Looks like they might be changing their strategies, though. I wouldn't mind to put it past Fairleon to try something crazy. Alright, let's see what they're up to. I want to know details. Our supremacy is due in large to our stronghold here at Booty Bay, but intelligence plays a critical role. The Bloodsail maintain a few meager camps to the south. They call their Southern Command. Well, you're gonna raid their excuse for a Southern Command. Find their planes, slaughter their men.
keep your nose clean in my town.
Sure. I shouldn't have done this, actually.
Not like my Yoda voice, do you? Yes. One with the Yoda voice you are. No! No, there we go. Work. My water mount does. Happy I am.
So you might ask why the Bloodsail are making yet another attempt on this area. Well, it's actually kind of obvious. There have been several examples of a power trying to take advantage of the Cataclysm to take control over someone else who was better entrenched. And as you can see, the major fortification that the Booty Bay had right here, and by the way, this is actually a really well-positioned fortification for taking off any invading ship, is trashed. So they actually don't really have defenses in the traditional sense of the word right now. So this is just another example of someone taking advantage of the Cataclysm, wrecking a more established power. I should take this quest. Crap. Whatever, we'll do it in a moment. It might be a coincidence, Jay, but it's actually me practicing my unholy power! This weathered old coin was found on the body of a pirate. Its front side bears the image of a large, unfamiliar pirate ship. On the back, it says Brash Tide Crew. Someone who's been in piracy business for some time might know what that means. Oh, we'll figure it out in a bit. And of course, there's other players here because people are probably farming the rep. Ugh, these quests might suck because of people farming the rep. Ooh. Am I? No, I'm in the right spot. Hey, look! This is... What the hell? Just lots and lots of oil rigs. I mean, I'm sure there's oil there, but seriously? And of course, they're kind of blackening the soil around here, as you can see. I have no idea, Jay. And I never will. There he is. I know he patrols around here. Hey, buddy. There we go. Gotta admit, I really do wonder at the value of oil. I mean, it obviously is still valued. People still do go after it. Of the model upgrades, which is my least favorite? Well, there's none of them I don't like. I'll just start with saying that. So least favorite is going to be kind of a pick one randomly sort of a situation. Pick one randomly, Nicolas. I don't have an answer. None of them really strike me as overly bad more than the others. See, this, Jay, is why they need to all go over to the crystal technology. If only the Draenei would share, we wouldn't need oil-based technology anymore. Well, the Worgen and Goblin models didn't really need an update since they were using the new tech. Not as much, at least. The Pandorans definitely didn't need it because they were full tilt using the new tech. Hey, what's up?
You need something?
Yeah, buy all my stuff and give me your money for it. Okay, please don't hurt me. I won't hurt you if you give me your money. It's really simple, really. Give me your money, or I'll kill you. It's called money.
See you later.
Alright, time to camp this spawn for God knows how long. This is a great time for Q&A if anybody's got any questions. Because, yeah. Let's go ahead and read these plans while we're at it. Blood sale orders. Pay close attention to these words, me hearties. This be our final shot at Booty Bay. Pretty Boy's failed me for the last time. His replacement remains in the north. He'll lead the invasion by land through that blasted tunnel.
Captain Greehall and the Riptide will come in from the southwest and negate any cannon fire from the tip.
He'll need men, gunpowder, and plenty of extra rope. The damsel's luck will drive directly into the harbor and open fire. Her captain will be ordered to take no prisoners. Any man, woman, or child found consorting with the Blackwater of Booty Bay will be sent straight to Neptulon's locker. I will lead the attack from the rear with the Crimson Vale. We'll offer cannon support and protect from any raiders that come defend their precious Booty Bay. There's no exit plan here, boys. Once we arrive in Booty Bay, we burn her down and take her over, or we die trying. Take that message to heart. Have fun with it, Sergeant. Don't get discouraged when you have only a few viewers. Stream at 30 FPS, not 60 FPS. It'll help. Especially if you're not a partner. Yeah, that's all I got. Am I a fan of One Piece? I hate the art style. Like, actively hate it. It bothers me so much. The story is not the best thing in the world, but I do like the setting. I do enjoy the idea of the fruit and the naval-based world in general. Yeah, screw you, buddy. I'm camping these lands now. Although, yeah, that's what I thought. The dock side would probably fit closest with... Basically, yes, Sergeant. Well, there is no light side equivalent. Let's just start with that. Like, at all. The dark side. The only thing that comes even close to the dark side, in my opinion, is actually Fell. So, they don't really fit in the cosmology at all, is what I'm trying to say. They would have to be added in, whole cloth. Predictions for Legion's last boss. Hope it's Kil'jaeden. It would make sense if it's Kil'jaeden. We'll see. Blizzard has been known to disappoint me before. Do I think Illidan and his Eldari are capable of defeating Kil'jaeden? Yes, I do. Absolutely. And apparently Jay did not hear me answer him. Because I just talked about... We even talked about it in chat, Jay. Archimon and Kil'jaeden together? God, I hope to hell not! If they do, I may actually quit this game for good. Seriously, I'm really, really, really sick of the fact that Archimon kept coming back from the dead. He should be dead. He should be gone. He needs to stay dead. I'm sick to death of people coming back from the dead. Especially a demon who was killed in close proximity to or in the Twisting Nether. Archimon should be permanently dead. Seriously. If you say so, Nicolas, we'll just have to agree to disagree on that one. Screw you, mage. I will actively take kills away from you. Unless you group with me. Actually, I'm kind of hoping we see a Fell Hogger in the future, because that'd be kind of cool. And because it's Hogger. Prison-only setback. Exactly. To repeat myself, Jay, I don't like the art style, or the plot of the characters, or the themes, or the characterization of the character growth. I like the setting. I like the concept of the fruit, and I like the water-based society. Both of those are interesting to me, and it's one of the reasons why I followed the story for so long. All joking aside, it would make sense with the way they're going with the story arcs to go ahead and have Kill Jaden be the boss of the next one. And have us fight him in a way that kills him permanently, removing him from the playing field. If they try and pull us, whoa, and now it's this other guy thing, I'm going to be a little upset. If they make Illidan the last boss, I'm going to freaking stab someone. Just in the face. Not sure who yet. Might be myself, because I don't actually want to hurt anybody. But there will be stabbing.
Looking for something specific? See you around.
Is it over here? There might be forks involved as I stab my own eyes, yes. Or a spork. For anybody who's watched Tales from the Borderlands. Avatar of Sargeras? It would make more sense to build up to that and have Kill Jaden happen first. The only real reason to bring Sargeras out now... Well, there's two reasons, excuse me. There's only two reasons to bring out Sargeras now. Reason number one is because we're trying to end the game. Just end the story and cut it off. I know there's some people who'll be like, yes, that's exactly what needs to happen. I don't agree with that, and since we know for a fact they're working on other expansions, that does seem unlikely. Second reason to do that is to chop off the Legion story almost entirely and start going in new directions. And that's possible. They'll run into the power creep problem, but that is something they could do. I find both unlikely in this case. Hang on. That'd be kind of cool, Jedi Mew. And we actually fight the final boss as Illidan. Yes, we'll fight Sargeras' toe, which is the size of Texas. Okay, they rotate spawn locations. Oh, they're right there. They just spawned. Damn it. I have thought for a bit on how a fight with Sargeras could work, and there's a couple ways you could do it. You remember the Algalon fight? It's not hard to do perspective representation and have an area set up so that we are basically on his scale, if you follow me. Or they could do the reverse, bring him down to our scale, fight his soul, for example, as opposed to his whole being. That's all I got. Those are the only two methods I could think of to really pull that off. But they could probably both work. Camera angles. Alright, so what are you fighting? Well... yeah. Frozen would win the crap out of that fight, Jay. my warrior. I am the best at my warrior. She's the best geared, and she's a warrior. Who knows what she's doing in PvP, because I actually PvP'd on her quite a bit. No, Frozen would beat the crap out of everybody. That's ignoring the fact that in lore, Frozen is actually my strongest character here. Sargeras is the new questing area.
Greetings.
Ahoy, Deutsch! Ahoy, Raskor! Did you find my Gorlash? That chest was my favorite and has a hidden compartment that has my greatest treasures. I don't know where that accent came from. You found it! The glorious day! Getting back my chest cools some of the fire. But my revenge isn't complete. The next giant on my list is called the Negalash. I remember vividly how he leapt from the sea foam and plucked my poor poop-deck paw from the crow's nest. Swallowed him in one gulp, he did, and snapped my mizzenmast in two on the way down. No man on my crew deserves such a heinous death, so we're going to use Negalash's appetite against him. Kelsey Yan should get you some meat, and Whiskey Slim has enough booze to knock out, well, a sea giant. Farewell, Myron. May the wind be at your back. I have no idea how to do a pirate accent, so we'll be having no pirate accents here, you land-loving scaffity-wog. Seriously, I can't do pirate at all. I don't even have the tiniest idea how to do that. Hey, pirate supplies.
I got what you need.
He's apparently got what I need, guys.
How are you?
Grade E meat. Aged, sinewy gorilla meat. Only really suitable
See
for
you later.
revenge. Ew. Just ew. I cannot do Jack Sparrow. I'm not drunk enough.
Interesting.
Where's the...
Keep it real.
Um...
Need assistance?
So this is actually kind of a nice little bit of a nod to Vanilla. Back in Vanilla, this guy in Booty Bay gave a quest for hinterlands. Another reason why the hinterlands sucked. And it was to go get this Pupelli Verbos, I think is how that's supposed to be pronounced, port from across the coast of the eastern shore of hinterlands. So now he just sells them by the crate. So
You have a great day
I like
now.
that nod to Vanilla. No, Raskar. There's been no warnings. I have been spoiled on things without warning, so... Spoils without warnings everywhere. For example, did you know? No, I'm not doing anything. I'm just...
Be good.
This guy wants me to get him some snuff, which is drugs. He wants me to get him drugs. He wants drugs! Why does he want drugs? Seriously, he wants me to... You know what? I refuse to be an enabler. I'm not getting him drugs.
Greetings.
What's that you've got there, dwarf? Let me see. The coin. Where did you get it? Yes, I see. He was one of us once. Ugh, one of us, before Greymane closed the Gilneas ports and held his crew captive. I don't know what happened in Gilneas, but it changed the people there.
Go in peace.
What?
How may I aid you?
But I never expected them to change loyalties, especially not Bruce. If you wouldn't mind, could I keep the coin? I'll pay its worth in gold.
Ancestors watch over you.
He takes the coin and flings it out to sea. That would be pretty cool, Jeremy. Hey, Darker.
Adventure awaits.
Hello, those kind.
What word do you bring of the Bloodsail encampment? Perfect. Now we know their plan is just a matter of time, and to think those fools have dropped anchor just off the cape. These plans are interesting. Farallon, you're smarter than this. Look, he has all 3 ships devoted to cannon fire, and only a few men coming through the tunnel. He'll never take Booty Bay with 3 men and a dozen footmen, and he knows that. No. They've got something else planned. And your fate's gonna go find out what it is. Speak to Yancey Grilson, the Bloodsail recruiter just south of town. That's right, Deutsch. You better hope they don't recognize your face. I'm not too worried about it. It could be tobacco. I don't know. He literally just calls it snuff, but we're not getting it to him anyways.
What can I do for you?
Arr, me matey, we're gonna be needing lots of good food. Deutsch quality. Oh, wait, excuse me. Quantity over quality. Yarr. This wasn't too expensive, now was it? Well, here's some pieces of 8 to reimburse you. Now let's have some revenge.
Edible, sort of. Have you considered going vegetarian?
Take this year food and put it out on the lifeboat southeast of here on the coast. When he smells that food, he'll be coming. And when he does, there'll be a hunter. That's you ready to knock his corpse back to the briny.
I can't.
Have a good one.
I can't do pirate accent. I'm sorry, guys. I give up. We'll go this way first. I love water mounts. Do 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 do. I wouldn't need water mounts if I had flying. Do, 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 do.
Ooh, I hate them pirates.
Okay, I'll do British. One of the things I find the most interesting about doing British accents is when you do them properly, it is so distinguishably British. British. Bleh, my tongue is drying up. It's so distinguishably British. Clearly. That let me go up the frickaskaskivash. Hi. Space pirate. I can definitely be doing the space pirate question or accent. It's very easy to do space pirate. All you have to do is talk exactly like this. It's very pirate. It's very space pirate. There's no need for any particular problems with it. Swedish. Here is a Swedish pirate. It's very Swedish. Definitely very Swedish pirate. Hello, Last Echo. Thank you. And bye forever. Apparently.
Good day to you.
Yarr! You made a good decision, lassie. I'll be running you through. And then I'll be... Wait, you're a guy. You made a good decision, laddie. Do you mind pretending to be a girl? Just for a few minutes a day. No? Okay. There be just one thing. Yancey be hearing things. Few of me hearties were pretty deep in their cups when they told me some dwarven hunter came a-rolling through the Southern Command looking for charts and orders. Ran a couple of good pirates through, he did. Like I said, they were up to me eyeballs in grog, but a buccaneer's gotta trust his ears. So I got just one small task for ye. Bring me the head of Fleet Master Seahorn. So
Have a good one.
You want me to kill pretty much the military head of your enemy to join you as a recruit. You know what this reminds me of? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. I know that's a weird way to think about this, but seriously, in that movie, in order to join the Foot Clan at like a low level, you had to perform all these impossible ninja tasks with like no training. And that was just to join as a base level recruit. And that has always bothered me. Like, I get if you're doing it to try to see how good they are, basically to see how much they fail, but do they ever expect those people to actually succeed at these ridiculous tasks? That's not the only things that come to mind for that. It's just, my mind automatically always leaps back to TMNT 2 when I think of that. It's like, you stupid idiots! Why would you do that? What is wrong with you? It's like,
I understand having standards, Darker, but I mean, really? That's like saying, so you want to join the Horde? Go kill Varian Rin, and then we'll have a talk about your place in the Horde. I don't know why I switched to pirate accent for that. Go kill Varian Rin, and prove to me you have a part in my Horde! There you go. Or if you're trying to join the Alliance, let's see, I need to sound like a dumb idiot to sound like Varian. If you want to join... No, I'm kidding. If you want to join the Alliance, you must prove your worth by first killing every orc in all of Kalimdor. Return to me when you're done.
Well met.
Ferellian wants my head? Well, that's interesting. But nothing we can't work around. This Yancey probably doesn't... Ugh. Yancey probably doesn't know my face too well. Most non-Tauren find us Tauren indistinguishable from one another. In fact, most non-Tauren find us indistinguishable from a certain four-legged farm creature. Rickquiz, the leatherworker, keeps one of those creatures here in Booty Bay, and Nark is my chief supplier for pirate hats. Get a replacement head and hat, and return with both.
Be careful.
I can do that. Wee. And isn't it better to do Insane in the Membrane back in Northrend? No? Okay, whatever.
Time is money, friend.
Yeah, that's great. Give me all your stuff, or I'll kill you.
Keep it real.
Oh, here we go. So this is a cow. Bossy looks at you with large, liquid black eyes. You can say this big paragraph, or you can say moo. We will be saying the big paragraph. Bossy. Hang on, I'm a dwarf. Bossy, I need to ask you of something of great importance. I need to cut off your head to prove me loyalty to the Bloodseal Buccaneers, so that it will allow me to infiltrate the ranks, and hopefully will discover their true intentions. Booty Bay needs you, Bossy. Now, more than ever. Bossy lowers her head, nobly, almost as if she understands the gravity and the meaning of your request. And then you could chop her head off, or chicken out. Oh my god. If you chicken out, she breathes a heavy sigh of relief. If you just say moo, she also understands what you're about to do. Sorry, Bossy. Ugh!
What's up? Keep it real.
It's okay. Bossy's memory will always live on as the cow who willingly gave her life for the sake of Booty Bay. Also, this is really messed up. If you mouse over the cow head, it says, well, the resemblance is kind of there. I don't know about you, but no.
Peace, friend.
So,
Well, what
we were...
brings you here?
So now that that wonderful cow has willingly donated her head to the cause, we give it to Seahorn, and he says, well, this looks good, but I think it'll look even better if we set it up a little bit. You know, sell the illusion of a fight. What do you think?
Goodbye.
So, they start kicking her head back and forth in honor of her great sacrifice.
Hail.
You should know that most Tauren will find this shameful. I find it amusing. Good night, sweet queen. Your sacrifice will not be forgotten.
Ancestors watch over you.
All joking aside, I always feel really bad doing that quest. It's just kind of messed up. Poor Bossy. Now, hopefully this will actually work. Otherwise, Bossy will have died for nothing, and we'll just have to go massacre the Bloodsail. Which we could probably do. But then again, we are a little over-leveled and way over-geared, so... Technically, we can't do that in lore. Ah, poor Bossy. What are you talking about in video games? There are people in real life like that, Jake. Eesh. Yeah, I do feel kind of bad for the leatherworker, although I kind of wonder why the leatherworker was keeping a pet cow. Oh.
Hello.
Fairlian ordered this one himself. Said the Taran's too much of a risk. Well, blew me down. There's something you don't see too often. Welcome aboard, Deutschkind. Plunder and booty await ye. You may be the slayer of fleet masters, but now rules is rules and orders is orders. See, again, we just killed the fleet master, and now we're a deck swab. For God's sakes. You're going to be working with Keel Hall. Hang on. And my orders say that all new pirates start out as deck swabs. It's the rule. You're to be working with Captain Keel Hall, commander of the Riptide Yar. It's the westernmost ship of the fleet. Bring him the captain's chambers. Find him in the captain's chambers and bring him your papers.
Safe travel.
Don't bring him the captain's chambers. He might get mighty confused if you do that, Arr. Then again, he might be super drunk when you meet him, because he's a pirate. And that's all pirates do, matey. Steal stuff, drink, and steal more stuff to drink more stuff. And... Yar. I got nothing. So if you've been paying attention... Oh yeah, where's the papers? Certifies me, the item of the name isn't just your papers, it's Y-E-R papers, your papers. One of the things that I've noticed several times prior to now, as we're going through Cataclysm, is we keep wiping out groups of people, like powers. We keep the Dark Horde, for example, is effectively no longer a force to be reckoned with, and the Blackrock Orcs are effectively wiped out, and so on, so forth and so on. There's been several other examples as we've been going through here that I've pointed out. But yet another example of such is the Bloodsails. When we're done with this, the Bloodsail Buccaneers will cease to exist as an actual power. And the South Sea Pirates, for that matter, will effectively cease to exist as a major power. It's just kind of a threat. It's almost as if the world was intended to be changing, and that was kind of the direction they were taking the story, and then people wouldn't stop bitching about it. Wow, that's a lot of meat. Holy crap. We just pour, like, giant chunks of meat, and bread, and booze into the lifeboat. Wow. Okay. That's a thing we did. I'm with it. Hey, buddy. There we go. Oh, also, people complained that Cataclysm was too, horde-centric, which just made me laugh. But then again, people have literally been complaining that every single expansion has been too horde-centric. A new pirate organization? Well, we could have the North Sea spread. Remember, the North Sea are still active. And I mean, they're the North Sea, but the fact remains that they are still the major pirate power left, other than the Blackwater. So we could work with the Blackwater
you know, having Steamweedle expand their operations kind of a thing. And work against the North Sea, who are trying to... Yeah. Also, as an aside, how is my mount standing up right now? Would anyone like to... Anyways, for those of you who didn't see it last time. Captain Keyhole is, of course, a goblin. Trust you got your papers, Swabby. Hated to send it all the way back to Yancey. Yeah, I see. Everything appears to be order. Slayer a great seahorn, huh? That don't matter on my ship. Only thing that matters is that you're gonna be slaying his stains. Grab a mop. Come on, you mangy scabs! I want the surface of the riptide to shine like a star, Ruby Swabby this kind. I keep a tight ship around here, and it's Swabbies that you to make it happen. Well, what are you waiting for, you cocky brain bilge rat? Head upstairs and start a swabbing. Okay, jeez. I need to be so cruel and unkind. You know, good managers manage with kindness and politeness. Hey, pretty boy. Idiot. Tale of old Dungan's a sad one, yar. I used to be captain of my own ship. One more demotion, and I'll be a Swabby again. Don't think I could take the humiliation. Whatever. Grab a mop and get to work. Nah. Help out a fellow Swabby, yar. Keelhaul asked me to gather up some cannonballs at the bottom of the ship. Let me tell you why this wasn't work for me. Number one, I have teeny arms. Look at them. Do you really think I can pick up a cannonball underwater? Number two, I have a weak respiratory system. I start to white out after holding me breath for more than 10 seconds. Number three, there be sharks. You gotta help me, Deutsch. I've been demoted as far as I can. I don't want to see what happens next. I know, right, Jay? I'm now wielding a mop. Seriously, check it out. There's actually a quest like this in Pandaria I rather enjoy, where you have to get rid of bugs that are plaguing a farm. I like how stains are just appearing on the deck. I like the idea that this ship is like some kind of cursed ship, but not like some big, devastating doom curse. It just periodically produces stains on the ship. That's its curse. Zawan's just trolling. Don't listen to him, Jay. He was talking about killing a cow for the light earlier. I mean, come on, dude. Don't take anything he says seriously. And I mean anything. Like, he would actually have you believe that the Forsaken are bad guys. Can you believe that? You can also pay a gold to not do this quest, which amuses me greatly. That they actually offered that option is kind of neat. Oh, swab the deck. No. Okay, we did it. The deck be swabbed, me hearties. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of Canada Dry. So we're about to swim down and carry cannonballs up from the bottom of the ocean. I like that idea too, Zawan. Just clean that up, Swabby. So this is the size of the cannonball. I want the comparison here. There's our character. Here's the cannonball we're about to pick up. We're gonna get 6 of these. Just keep that in mind. In fact, if you look at the item, it says, still round, still heavy, but still good. Not really, Sergeant Nika. I mean, there are a few quests that it's helpful to have a lower level character on. Really, there are. But, when I did Lore Master, I actually did it on my
70, I want to say. Whenever Lore Master came out, whatever the level cap was at the time. It was 70 or 80. We have a... That's true! The bear is just like... It's holding on to all these cannonballs in its massive maw. I know it doesn't look like it has a massive maw, but it does, trust me. Well, if you want the total lore experience, I absolutely recommend you make each character, each race at least once, and go through at least their tutorial zone. How much of the zone you go through on any given race varies to get the full lore. For example, on Night Elves, you pretty much want to go through all of Teldrassil, which is, duh. But on Gnomes and Dwarves, you only have to go through all of Dun Morog on one of them. Well, this isn't actually a member of the Bastion, Jay, so... What a shock, Bitmonk. Never would have guessed that. That happened to me the other day, too. I logged in, and I'm like, alright, I'm in Lorerun, I need to go do this thing. Remember, people, our lives are worth living! At least until you hear my voice for the 100 billionth time! Yar har har and a bottle of Canada Dry. I wouldn't mind Canada Dry in a bottle. There was a place in Indiana that sold that. It was really good, actually.
Yar, I wasn't always a swabby, you know. Thanks, Deutsch. I've been hearing whispers about Pretty Boy and a boo box. I don't think I want to go into the boo box.
That's true, Jay. But this guy definitely... Well, I guess he does have fifth-dimensional powers, because he's a druid. Because he's a beast hunter. By definition, anything that uses magic ever is using fifth-dimensional powers, so...
I heard the most furious mopping sounds from down here, mate. That's exactly what your captain likes to hear.
No kidding, Darker. Yep. Hey, join our guild.
Your gum disease. It's a real problem, dwarf. I know you're new and all, and probably don't need to have your gums cut, but the rest of us have to deal with a little thing called scurvy. That's why we keep so many limes around here.
Fun fact, limes don't actually work for this. I mean, they do, but they don't contain nearly as much vitamin C as oranges do, and worse, they usually use lime juice, which usually pulps out most of the actual vitamins, so scurvy actually got worse when people started switching to limes in real life.
Well, we used to keep limes around here until someone made off with our last shipment, but they can't have gone far. Bring them back, and I'll see what I can do to get you promoted from Swabby. Yarr. Because people voted for it, Dragon Cat. I be incapable of deciding the vote of the democracy. Yarr.
But yeah, this is a real thing. This was a real problem. They actually started using limes, and it went really, really badly, and scurvy actually got worse.
I was just gonna make some limeade for me hearties, I swear it. Oh, that's why you murdered me.
We're killing people over limes.
Dead men steal no limes.
Right. Biggest Legion spoiler ever. There is an unfortunately good chance that the class halls will just be Garrisons 2.0. I really hope that's not true. But then again, as I've said before, the real problem with Garrisons wasn't Garrisons, it was just their implementation.
Yarr, get back here, you swill-swallowing swabby. I'm dead, man. Farewell, Sergeant. Go enjoy the next 8 hours. Yarr. Yo-ho-ho, and a bottle of lime juice, apparently.
Seriously, garrisons would have worked if they had implemented them a little bit differently. And by little, I mean a fairly large amount differently.
Mr. Zawan Joker, I be thinking we be having a member of the... I can't think of what they're called. The Greater Good people in Warhammer 40k. I actually can't think what they're called. The Bob Face guys. Watch, I'm going to get like 20 people saying what it is in like 30 seconds when Twitch catches up. Let me see if I can get it before you. The Tau. Okay, there we go. I got it before anyone else told me. Yay! We got a member of the Tau here, Zawan Joker. We need to be taking him down. Yar. I've seen too many good men die to such a preventable disease. We need those limes, yar. That would be great, Darker. Perfect. I'll distribute these right away, and I'll see if I can put in a good word for you. Gar's limeade prevents scurvy, yar. Totally, that's a thing. Definitely not completely useless, yar. Lemon and oranges are both good for scurvy in real life. Limes, not so much. Swabby Deutschkind, this be a sad day for old Captain Keelhaul. Today I lose me best Swabby. A letter's come in from the Fleet Master. Apparently he's heard about the excellent swabbing you be doing, and he wants you to take you aboard the Crimson Vale as his Jack of Swords and third mate. She's moored just next to the Riptide. Piracy career-wise, that's a big step up for you. I recommend you take his offer. Dismissed! Well, okay. You know what's really messed up about scurvy? It really is an incredibly preventable disease. Like, it's actually kind of difficult to get scurvy. As long as you have a regular diet, I mean. That's what's so messed up about it. But whatever. Of course, that diet part is... yeah.
You need something?
So you'll be the one that old Seahorn sent. Yes, I only have one pirate voice, yar. I wanted to make sure you hadn't been telling tall tales again. I'll make it brief. You did well on the Keelhaul's crew, but I expect you to do even better in mine. I've got an entire fleet to attend to, so you'll be running the day today in my ship, yar. Welcome to the Crimson Vale.
Be careful.
Ding, matey. Hang on, I'm gonna pretend I have a... Hang on. There we go. I can get the parrot and Aka in the shot at the same time. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, exactly, Zoan. Like I said, it's dietary. Yar, it be raining again, lads. Let's go talk to a dwarf.
Interest you on a pint?
No guy, look at this. He flips up his eye patch to reveal a living, functional eyebrow. I don't wear this patch because of any lost eye. I wear it because my other eye is so strong. The normal eye was just weighing it down. This eye is good for seeing all kinds of things, like those masked hooligans that follow us around. Fleet Master says you've been spotted over on the Isle. Once you get there, fire the flare gun, and it'll help you spot them.
Watch your back.
Okay, I don't know what he's talking about, but we'll go ahead and see what kind of things we can kill over here. Whoops. Most of my transmog sets are in a single set. They're bits and pieces of different sets. But if I had to pick one, I'm really tempted by Tier 10 Warrior or Tier 6 Warrior. Both of those are really cool, in my opinion. What Jay says is actually true, by the way. In fact, that's such a common thing that's been used in modern military in some ships. By modern, I mean like 50 years ago, but still. Alright, let's see what strangeness he thinks there is here.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and give this away now. We're fighting ninjas. Seriously. We're fighting ninjas. As pirates. As I say, we do actually have both pirates and ninjas in this setting. In fact, for a while there was a different, like there was a toy item or whatever that turned you into a ninja, and a toy item that turned you into a pirate. I think it was the deviant fish. I'm not sure. The only thing I wonder is, why are ninjas on King Kong's island? You know the thing I find most amusing about the Pirates versus Ninjas thing? I have heard more than once someone say, basically something along the lines of, well, let's compare the two people. Yeah, it was the Deviant Supreme. I knew it was a Deviant something. Compare Pirates versus Ninjas to say which one's better. And said, it's incredibly obvious that this one's better. And yet I've heard people make the same exact argument, legitimately, genuinely and seriously, about both sides. I just find that funny. Like, for example, some people are like, oh, let's see, trained assassin killers or drunk sailors. And then I've heard some people say, let's see, do I want to have to kill myself for honor, or do I want to retire and live wealthy happily ever after? You know, just to use a single example there. Obviously, pirates are better. Obviously, ninjas are better, you know. Our mortal enemies. Excellent work. The eternal battle wages on, but we've tipped the scales in favor of the pirates today. Ferellian will be happy to hear the news. Yay. Clearly, Pirates Ninjas are the best. I mean, you know, ninja pirates or pirate ninjas. So there's ninjas who have taken up pirating and pirates who have taken up ninjaing. Which would actually make the pirates who have taken up ninjaing drunken masters, probably, in terms of combat style. Also, this poor bear, I'm making him swim through the water in the rain. Here, you know what? You deserve a treat, boy. Here, where is it? Have another of these beer-basted boar ribs. This food is not high enough level for your pet. Oh my god, I can't feed him boar ribs anymore. I'm sorry, little boy. No more boar ribs for you. I'll just eat them right in front of you. Oh, God, these are so good. Oh, these are so good. Here. Oh, let me have another one. Oh, you're missing out. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, whew, those are fantastic. That would be perfect. Mind blast. Look, I wanted to give him the boar ribs. It wouldn't let me. It literally would not let me feed my pet. He hasn't eaten in days. Actually, that's not true. He eats daily. I keep having him eat our enemies. And he eats well. Up. We've got some work to do, matey. How much experience do you have with cannons? Oh, really? How about ancient fallen apart pirate cannons, yar? We've got a few cannons up deck that work the old-fashioned way. You load one cannonball at a time. Aim, lock into place, and fire. Works well if you're trying to hit the side of a three-sailor. Not so well for rowboats and the like. Man, those are pathetically terrible cannons. No wonder nobody advanced cannon technology. That's pathetic. So, load, lock, fire, load, lock, fire. You actually you lose the ability to aim once you lock it. It's actually kind of a neat quest. Oh, I think I've missed that one. Let's do lock, fire. Come on. A little bit more that way. Yeah, I missed with that one. Wait, they have mortar combat? Oh, I love that game. Well, I'm sure he'd be fine, Schmeidolf. He might be the most horribly corrupted thing in the entire setting, but he'd be fine. I hope. I believe it, Nicholas. Remember, you can report them for zone disruption. Unless you're on a PvP server. If you're on a PvE server, you can. Oh, I like the cut of your jib, Deutsch. Now, you know how to handle cannons. Time to take out our real targets. The Venture Company has found gold to the north of here. A rare type they call black gold. More like black spot, if you ask me. We're going to take that gold, but first we need to get rid of the Venture Company. Well, let's do it. This is going to be a rare example of killing one of our enemies as one of our other enemies. Actually, that does happen every now and again. Where's the... It's right around here somewhere. Is that it? No. That's what I thought. Oh, there he is. He's right there. Yarr, matey, I need to go kill people.
Hey there.
So you have two things you could say. Ahoy, matey, hoist anchor, trim the mainsail, batten down the hatches and get to sea. Today we scuttle the Venture Company's blasted contraptions and send them all to the fishes. Now hop to before I put the black spot on ye. Or you can say, hey, I need a boat.
See you around.
Yar, hold on tight, me hearty, for there be nary an oarsman as capable as I. We be heading up to where the goblins say they found the black gold. That goblin gold belongs to the bloodsail. I'll steer around, old Blasty, and don't tie your skivvies in a knot. I'll slow down when we get closer. Retreat, says I. Yarr. We be killing people. We be the best of all the peoples. Hello, spirit of memory, yarr. How things be for ya? That gold is ours. You realize it's oil, right? I know you're calling it black gold and all, but seriously, it's oil. Do you have the infrastructure or means to transport or refine or use oil? Like, I'm just kind of curious. hi, Spirit. Hey, what's up? Is it already Easter? God, I've completely lost track of time. Damn it. Too slow. Oh, I got one. Heave to and returning back to the shore. Yar, Dark Souls, or Darker Souls. I may or may not be playing Dark Souls 3. It be dependent on the fate of me viewers. Miladi? Miladi. Is that a... I'll just call you Milasi, because all of us are lasses on the sea. Yar. Yeah, blasted them clear off the rigging. I'll drink to that. You got a bright future, kid. Yar.
Greetings.
I know you've just arrived here on the Crimson Vale, but I need to send you off to another task. The Damsel's Luck is the third ship in me fleet, moored to the east. Her skipper, Captain Stillwater's no longer with us. Damned those masked hooligans. Referring to, the Defias. Anywho, Iron Patch told me about your heroics at sea, and I be running on low-quality brigands. I think you're more than capable for this new duty. Congratulations, you're a new captain. Wow.
For the Alliance.
So we have now catapulted ourselves from Swabby to third mate to captain. I guess I don't really have the right to make fun of the fact that we did this impossible feat and got a terrible job for it, because we pretty much immediately got promoted out of that job. I mean, my God. So, yeah, no kidding, Jay. Of course, we've seen other rowboats that are that fast. I have this weird feeling that rowboats are just innately faster in this universe. It's just like a facet of the setting. Behold me own ship. The damsel's luck is mine. Arr! Hey, Gurgle Urgle is here. Hello, Gurgle Urgle. Here, give me your money, me laddie. Have some sort of edible burger patties. I swear they're edible. You see a set of plans unrolling on the table. They explain everything. These are the details of the impending attack, battle formations, plans of attack, and something about a group called the Brash Tide Crew. The charts mention a group called the Crew. This is news to you, though you've heard about them. A few others newcomers to the Buccaneers. Maybe it's time you paid them a visit. The attack on Booty Bay is looming. You'll have to return to Booty Bay quickly and inform the Baron. First, however, it would be a good idea to sabotage some of the pirates' supplies while you're still in their favor, yar. The pirates keep most of their supplies below decks. Okay. Before returning to Booty Bay, you should do everything you can to weaken the Buccaneers. Unfortunately, even as captain, you're prohibited from killing other Buccaneers in cold blood. Only a fleet master can do that. You can, however, put mutineers to the sword, and mutiny is awfully hard to disprove. Speaking of which, those corsairs that hang out at the lowest level have been acting awfully suspicious. Let's go check out these mutinous corsairs, shall we? How dare ye question? I know I'm a new captain, but I'm the best captain that ever captained this. Ah, how dare ye mutiny against me, you blood-sick and sucking, ravaging... I'm not good at insults. Cock-knuckled squiffy. There we go. That's something he just called me. I'll just go with his insult. Ah, you cock-knuckled squiffy. You flat shanty trog. I'm gonna use that one on the next one. You're a flat shanty trog. A whale tail skivvy sniffer. I'm gonna have to remember that one for the next one. Arr, you whale tail skiffy sniffer. I don't know what the hell that means, but it's what you are, Lottie. You bastard. Ah, hates you all. Okay. Pirate grog. Let's just go ahead and let that drain out. Death to ye, drog! And to the living!
Greetings.
Is the brash-tide crew ready for battle?
See you later.
Yes, sir. We've been biding our time in Gilneas for too long. We're ready for blood. Arr! Well, crap. They've got Worgen on their side. Clearly, that's going to make them even more powerful than ever before. No one has ever managed to fight against the Worgen, unless we're the Forsaken. It's really funny doing this quest as a Forsaken, actually. Because I've done that. And my first thought was, why do I... These are just Worgen. No, they'll be walking the plank, Wise Relief, because claims that they're terrible, evil pirates who mutinied against their rightful captain, which is me. Yarr. And everyone in chat now has to walk the plank for daring to question me orders. How dare ye? I hate them. They're mutineers. How dare you question? I just became captain 12 seconds ago. Yarr, die, you lily-livered eel. I'll kill all you pirates.
Hey there. Have a good one.
Die. I'll send you down
You
to
need something? Before you
Neptulon's... I'll send you down to Neptulon's locker. You 3-gallon pufferfish. And Green Guild Murloc is one of them, too. Also, so I could talk to this guy, and he's like, well, we used to roam the seas till that damned King Greymane shut down the harbors in Gilneas. If it weren't for him, we wouldn't be cursed forever, yar. Let's pour some water into the gunpowder. I'll have all of ye keel-hauled. Actually, I would never do that. That is just a really terrible thing. I'll have all of ye... I don't know, what's like the most painless death imaginable that still leaves your corpse alive? Because I need your corpses to raise back up to be my undead sailors. There be people here trying to kill these people for their achievements. Laddie, I better run in here as quick as I can, yar. You...
What can I do for you?
You mutinous dog. Draw steel. Where's the... Shoot, where is he? Or she? It? I don't know. Ah, there it is. Alright, we're gonna grease the cannonballs. I'm sure that'll help. The fewer bloodsail buccaneers that the booty has to fight, the better. However, it might be best to stop slaughtering your own supposed allies. Okay. You sent 3 pirates back several days. Hopefully this will delay the attack. But now I need to find someone who's probably dead. Oh, never mind. There she is. Hey!
What can I do for you?
You know the battle plan,
Have a
right?
good one.
Yes, sir. We attack from the north. The brash tide will be all over Beatty. Oh! Oh my god. Turn back. Turn back. Turn back. Oh god, turn back. Please turn back. Oh, thank god. Whew. Worgen females. Ugh. The brash tide, too, aren't just pirates. They're Worgen pirates! Rebel Gaz probably wants to know about this. You feel you've done enough damage. Time to abandon your ship. Yarr. No, I have something against Worgen females. Because Worgen females are terrible. Worgen males are fine. I mean, just picture that long, scruffy beard and the kind of stitched tufts of fur on the edges of their eyebrows. Oh. Anyways. But seriously, the Worgen female model needs updating. I've got it. You'll all be killed by beheading, yar skunk. I hope that be an acceptable way for y'all to die. If it isn't, then that's bloody well tough. Yar. Yar, yar. I don't know any other pirate words, yar. Yo ho ho and a bottle of Canada Dry. And then there's the Chihuahua face we'll be stitching to your neck, yar. A Worgen... Why are we doing Worgen fanfics all of a sudden?
Right. I gotta go over here.
It be time to defend Booty Bay, me laddies. Anyone who doesn't is going to be immediately beheaded, and then risen up as an undead, and forced into eternal servitude under the Lich King. Arr. Shiver me timbers, ya bilge rats.
I'm just throwing out lingo at this point. I don't know what I'm saying.
I can't believe me fortune. Meeting you here has turned me luck to the better, make no mistake. If I ever get a new ship and you're looking to sail the seas, you'd be me honored guest. Mulcrush the Cleaver's the last of the lot, and the largest by memory. Taller than a wave in a windstorm, the beard like a kelp forest, and a hammer like an oak tree. He taunts free from Gennaro's Point, the island right off the end. Yeah, he's right there, dude. I can see him. If you can swim, head out to him. I don't need to swim. I'm from Pandaria!
What? That's where you get this thing. At least I think it is. Pretty sure. Yeah. Best investment ever. Sea giants used to be Titan constructs that served them during the war against the old gods and all that stuff. Nowadays, they got pretty badly affected by the curse of flesh, so they're actually a primarily aquatic race. They can exist underwater or above water, just the same. So here's the statue. It's been broken like crazy, and of course, as we find out, it always had... Damn it, it's hard to get a good camera angle of this without flying up there. There we go. It always had treasure inside it, me hearties. Because it's a goblin statue, so of course there's treasure inside it. I mean, why wouldn't there be? There we go. See? So yeah, sea giants were ones that were affected by the curse of flesh and adapted to the watery aquatic grave. I mean, non-grave. Living grave. Opposite of a grave. Whatever that is. Why am I on which ship? Adamantnon. The one I left earlier? I was pretending to be a member of the Bloodsail Buccaneers so I could infiltrate them and get ready the Blackwater, the Bilgewater? Whatever, these guys, to prevent their attack on Booty Bay on behalf of the Steamweedle Cartel. There.
Loot the statue, harvest the booty. Sadly, I have no booty in me life, yar. Yar, yar, ho.
Can I help you?
They're all gone. I have no excuse now. I can return to the seas of the life of pillaging and booty, yar. Now I just need a ship.
See you later.
You'll never get a ship, laddie. You're doomed. It would be kinda cool, said one joker. But you know it'd be even cooler. Playable storm giants.
The only problem would be you could never go into any city ever.
I have work for one such as you.
The brash tide. I had to do it dead gone years ago. No, that absolutely makes sense. It's not good news either. The brash tide are formidable foes, and if their numbers are anywhere near what they were before they disappeared, we're in for a nasty battle. Even with all my suspicions, we aren't prepared for a full two-front attack between the Bloodsail and the brash tide. It's going to take a small miracle to hold Booty Bay. I've got a barrel of double rum in my chambers. Take the stairs down the flights and check the first door on your right. You can ignore the warnings on the barrel. Those should be the least of your worries. Okay. There it is. Let's see. This must be the double rum. You pour a glass for Rebel Gas, and then give yourself a glass, too. Something's happening outside. Oh my god, what's happening? It's almost as if they sent us down here to hide the layer change. Arr, behold, the Bloodsails be here, laddies. Oh my gosh. They've actually got 5 ships here for this fleet.
Not 2 ships. 6 ships. Wow. That's actually kind of impressive. It's such a shame we're about to massacre all of you. So, one quick thing. You might be thinking, hang on. So, where are the defending Blackwater ships? To which I can actually answer that. They're in the Arathi Highlands, lost. Remember those quests?
Keep your nose clean in my town.
I say, shut up while you were gone. He quickly empties the rum. Ah, much better. Now let's get down to business. I believe you and I have a town to save.
Adventure awaits.
I've got an idea. It's going to involve some footwork on your part. As a goblin cartel, the Blackwater have a lot of explosives on hand. I know for a fact that our old friend Nark keeps a case in the back of his shop. Go grab them and bring them here if they haven't already exploded.
I have work for one such as you.
When the brash tide pulled in, Seahorn grabbed the nearest weapon he could find and jumped off the ledge here. You'll find him down below, probably pounding some new holes into those Worgen skulls. Help him out! I can handle the motivation from up here. Let's do it. Yarr. Hey, what's up?
Well met.
His nearest weapon was literally a chunk of a 4x4 with a nail in it. I should have known these brash tide were up live and up to no good. I'd written them off years ago.
Go in peace.
I'm getting too old of this. There's too many of them. Wait a minute, what am I saying? There's not enough of them. Have at you, you mangy curs. I heard the ship here is the Damsel's Luck. Didn't you used to be captain of that thing? You must know your way around it, then. The brash tide are our main concern, but we don't want to take an unnecessary pummeling from that cannon. Grab the rope behind me and take out some of the angry-looking corsairs.
Farewell.
The brash tide are everywhere. The Booty Bay Bruisers are no match for their sheer numbers, I'm afraid. While you're down here in the fray, help me get rid of a few of them.
Goodbye.
Time to board me own ship. Oh god, they're trying to kill me. Oh, don't you know that I'm your captain, yar? You'll all be walking the plank by the time I'm done for your mutinying against me. I mean, seriously, you should have more loyalty to your captain than your admiral. Everyone knows that. You should have joined me, laddies. I could have led you to the South Seas, and we could have had an awesome expansion. But no, now you're all dead, yar. Which curse is the least terrible to have? I'd go with vampirism by most settings. Depends on the setting, though. So, I do have to admit, this quest is kind of fun. The full-on assault of Booty Bay by the Bloodsail. Something that we've been waiting for since Vanilla, actually. Because they kind of failed to even start assaulting Booty Bay back then. And now with phasing, they can actually do this kind of a thing. So that's kind of cool. I like how shaky Felipe is over there screaming the whole time. No! God, why? Get off me, bridge, you mangy cur. I came up with it myself, Mind Blast. Believe it or not, most of those little things I use to categorize, I come up with myself. I like how he's just still here feverishly lying there as his HUD burns. I do not, Komodo, no. I've never gotten too exalted with those landlubbers. And I probably never will, yar. I like how there's just these three guys just kind of hanging out here. Drinking. I mean, they're pirates, so I get it. But really, guys? I know that this is all about excess, but damn. I have no idea. So I like how the weaponsmith is defending the rest of the guys back here. Oh, where's the guy? Ah, you. I'll take those bombs. I am super excited for it, Nicolas. I'm looking forward to voice acting it, too. Oh, is it honored? Pretty sure I don't have the title. Yeah, I don't. I am level 40, however, which is awesome. Because I can take a ding picture while Booty Bay is under attack. Which we're going to do, like, right over here. Come on, Aka. Get in position. Get in position. There you go. There you go. Good book. Good book.
Behold, I was here, and I hit level 40 when they were being attacked, yar.
Oh, there's Shaky. Game over, man! Game over! Coming out of the walls! Don't look at me like that. That's a good, it's a good movie. So I can't do this, but you know there's like the yo ho, a pirate's life for me, you know, that thing. Now imagine it's Worgen saying it instead, so like, oh, a pirate's life for me. You know, slight difference here. It's I like how he still has that quest there.
The next zone I'll be doing, the one, will be the Tirisfal Glades. Live for the Forsaken.
I like how they're just in here guzzling booze while the city's under attack. I love that. You know there would be people doing that in real life, too. Like, if there was actually an attack on Insert City here, there would be people who just run for the alcohol and be like, okay, oh, God, I don't want to think about it.
Well met, traveler. There's opportunity to be had here.
You're still alive? Ah, you brought them. I'm beginning to think the tide's turning in our favor.
Adventure awaits.
Attacking your former crewman. Ha! You really have grown into a real pirate.
Well met, traveler. There's opportunity to be had here if you're clever enough.
We need to keep moving, Deutsch. Booty Bay won't hold out for much longer.
I have work for one such as you.
We'll never survive this attack with all these Worgen pouring into the harbor from the north. Luckily, it looks like they're not armed with cannons. So if we can get out of the harbor, you can attack from the skies. Kebok, the Horde Flightmaster's around the corner. Because the Alliance Flightmaster is absolutely worthless. Mwahahaha.
What's up?
It be time to bomb them into oblivion, yar.
Okay, Luke. Hi. And goodbye. As they would say in Earthbound.
Death to the Bloodsail, and to the Brash Tide. There be no chance for them.
Just think of all these corpses I'm adding to my army. This is great, guys. This has been a red letter day right here. What? Oh, okay. Well, enjoy the lurking, Luke. Of the... Wait, shoot! No, wait! I forgot I have to take out boats. Damn it, no! I am stupid. Good morning, call me. You know, that's a good question, Jay. I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh, there's a Worgen here.
Yo! Hurry back!
Welcome back, Shoryu. I hope you were enjoying the movies. And by movies, I mean television shows of the Daredevils, yar. Damn it, let me kill them. Let me kill all of them. Why won't you let me kill them? All I want to do is kill the Worgen. Especially Greymane, because he's a bastard, yar.
Seriously. Die. There we go. Finally got one. Oh, everything's so peaceful over here. God, look at all these ships. Can't I just have one of these? Come on, guys. Give me a ship already. I've literally been speculating on the idea of having a ship instead of a house since vanilla. It's an idea I've had for forever. You might ask why that is. See, back in vanilla... Probably the latter, Jay. Back in vanilla, the problem with housing, most MMOs, at least at the time, when WoW was still new, the way they would do housing is there were places, like literal physical locations you could go to, and have the actual houses. Asheron's Call is a good example of that. So, there was no real space in Azeroth to put houses. So I'm like, well, why don't we have, like, some place where we actually have more terrain to build them in? And then that's where the idea of ships came in.
Keep your nose
And then, of course, we
clean
thought
in
about
my
instancing,
town.
and later on they added phasing, and yada, yada, yada. And some people thought the farm was going to be housing, too. I hope these mongrels know how to doggy paddle. Actually, I take that back. We've nearly won the day, thanks largely to you. One task remains, however. Kill the Fleet Master. Looks like most of Furlan's crew is already dead, but I know that Sea Dog well enough to know he's not done yet. No, he's cooped up in his cabin, ready to go down with his ship. Speak with Kebok again. I'll hold off the cannon fire while you're on board. Well, we'll see if he's true to his word. Hey, I need another thing. All right. Onwards we go, me laddies. Well, the last, then. Guys, whoa, hold off on the cannon fire. I want to kill him before he goes down with the ship. Oh, he's not on that ship? Oh, he's on this ship. Okay, okay. I do think Wildstar's housing system was pretty awesome. Hello, Magister. And hello, Squawky Jr. I'll die before I surrender me ship to you. Arr. Then you will die. Enjoy your ride in hell. Ah! No! Oh god, why? What? Where am I? Oh. Do we win? Is the battle over? Hey, what happened?
Adventure awaits.
You're awake! We found you bobbing in the harbor shortly after the remaining attackers turned tail. We were worried about you for a while. I've been meaning to thank you. Not only did you provide us with intelligence and prepare for the attack, but you helped fight off the Bloodsail and the Brash Tab. Your name will always be remembered here in Booty Bay. Well, you're welcome. Glad to have helped out me allies. But now I'm afraid it's time for me to walk the plank. Farewell, cruel world. Fortunately, this is Azeroth, and these are in canon, so I don't feel bad about doing this. Farewell forever, Booty Bay. We may never meet again, unless I ever go for the Bloodsail Admiral title. But for now, it be time for the lunch break, yar. Except I'm not eating lunch today, but we're still doing a quick break because me back hurts, yar. And I finally stopped doing that accent. See you in a bit, guys.